Hi, this is Dr. Don, the creator of Rocket Math, and here's a short explanation of how to run. Rocket Math Worksheet Program is a paper and pencil math facts practice program. For each operation, there are 26 worksheets, A through Z. The students work their way gradually through the alphabet, learning the facts as they go. Each worksheet in Rocket Math adds just 4 facts to be learned. With only 4 to learn, students find it easy to memorize the facts on each worksheet. To begin Rocket Math, you must decide which operation you intend to teach to your students first. I recommend beginning with addition in first and second grade, and then subtraction following after addition is mastered. Starting in third grade, multiplication has priority, even if addition and subtraction are not yet mastered. Then division, of course, comes after multiplication. After those two are mastered, students can go back and pick up addition and subtraction. Once you've chosen which operation to begin with, you can start setting up the program. To set up your program, you'll need to get a file crate and 34 hanging files. Create files A to Z and fill them with about 25 to 30 copies of each practice page to start. Then create 5 more files, numbered 1 through 5, and fill them with class sets of the 2-minute timings. You can print these out from the subscription site, which serves as your filing cabinet on the web. For the next step in setting up your program, you'll need to make a folder for each student. For each manila folder, you'll staple a rocket chart on the front of each student's folder. Inside, staple a goal sheet on the left, and on the right, an individual student graph. Voila! You've created a student folders. You'll find all of these in your filing cabinet on the web. So to do that, you first log in our website at Login Central for the worksheet program. You'll come to the filing cabinet. There you can scroll down, you can see the Forms and Information drawer. There you open that up, and in that you will find a section entitled Forms for Every Student. And that includes the rocket chart, the goal sheet, the individual student graph, and the writing speed test that we're going to talk about in a minute. For each, you'll need to make an answer key for each student, a booklet of answer keys. So you find the practice answer keys under answer keys within each operations drawer. And you make these by printing out the practice answers A to Z booklet on a distinctive color of paper and stapling them into packets to give to the students. Next, print enough copies for all students of the writing speed test, which you found in the Forms and Information drawer under Forms for Every Student. On the first day, give this 1-minute writing speed test to everyone. They just fill in the boxes with the number they see up in the corner. See how many they can do in 1 minute. You take the information from each student's writing speed test, transfer it to the goal sheet. Remember, the goal sheet is stapled on the inside of each student's folder. You use that information to set their individual goals for passing the daily 1-minute timings. Now, you're ready to teach the daily routine to the students. So the daily routine is this. 1, hand out student folders. 2, recognize students who've passed their previous set yesterday. 3, let them color in the rocket chart for the level they passed. 4, give them stickers for the wall chart if you have one. Now you're ready for students to begin practicing. Here's the daily practice routine. Step 1, have students practice with their partners. 2, have the students switch roles and practice again. 3, everyone takes the 1-minute timing. 4, collect the folders. So daily practice is what makes Rocket Math work. The daily practice is paired practice with students working with partners, and it is oral practice, with students reading the problems around the outside of the Rocket Math worksheet and then saying the answers aloud from memory as they go. Let me repeat. Daily practice is what makes Rocket Math work, not the tests, not the 1-minute tests. The daily practice is corrected practice, and it's essential that the partner or checker has the answer key packet on colored paper. You can see that in the picture. And the packet is turned to the matching page. While students are practicing, all hesitations or errors are corrected, and they're corrected immediately. If the student hesitates before saying an answer or makes an error, the checker follows a specific 3-step correction process or teaching procedure. 1. Checker interrupts to state the problem and the correct answer. 2. The checker has the student repeat the problem and the correct answer 3 times to try to commit it to memory. 3. Then the student backs up 3 problems on the worksheet to give it another try. You'll have to model and teach these procedures to the students before they start practicing. The 3-step correction procedure, and especially for hesitation, really helps the students learn whatever fact they're weak on. It is so important that Rocket Math even has this corrections poster available for sale. 4 days a week, the students follow the daily practice routine and do the daily 1-minute timing. 1 day a week, the students should do the 2-minute timing. This monitors progress, and the students are expected to graph their weekly results on the individual student graph inside their folder. And hopefully that graph will be going up as each time they do it, they learn a few more facts. Couple of tips. When you're collecting folders after the daily 1-minute test, students who have passed should put their folders sideways in their papers sideways in the folder, while the other students put them in straight. Then you only need to check the folders with papers sticking out. When you're returning folders, give 6 copies of the next set to each student who passed. So students who don't pass don't need new sheets every day. Here are some interventions for students who get stuck. Remember, these students don't need anything different. They just may need more practice. 1. Another 2 to 3 minute practice session daily, or 2 of those, will really help kids get over the hump if they're stuck. 2. Students should have extra blank timings in their answer key packet in their folder at all times so they can readily do an extra practice session. Use other students, volunteers, big buddy, or parent helpers to be the tutor in an extra practice session. Kids go to the special ed teacher or the Title I teacher. They should take their folder and get an extra practice session. Give practices homework and teach parents how to do practice. 5, encourage the students to orally practice the tests also. That's helpful because the test facts are a little bit different than the practice facts. 6, students love to use a timer to practice timings. You can't pass a test this way, but it is just for practice. A small group can do this together for practice. What to expect from Rocket Math. Students should be able to practice each set within 2 to 5 days if they're placed correctly, or they start at the beginning of an operation, that's set A. If they're practicing correctly, saying the problem and the answer each time. If the checkers are correcting hesitations as well as errors. If the writing speed test was used to set the goals. And if students who need it get extra practice sessions daily. There is more help available at RocketMath.com, a lot more help. So students all proceed and gradually learn all the facts in an operation by the time they reach level Z. Because of their systematic daily practice, students really learn their facts. And because of their many little successes, students love learning with Rocket Math. I've been sharing Rocket Math with teachers for over 20 years. I know it works. I personally guarantee Rocket Math will your money back.